Hey y'all, it's Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, reminding you to seek joy, y'all. I had a whole bunch of good stuff come in the mail today, so I'll do a haul video. Thank you, Ember. A little later, it'll be my first haul video. But I wanted to talk about a brand new tarot deck, and I do mean brand new. Release date was, September 8th, 2015, so two days ago. And it's from Llewellyn, and it is The Raven's Prophecy. Sorry about that glare, guys. Oops, my phone just adjusted itself. That's kind of scary. But this is a really big box. Looks good on the bookshelf. Lots of images. Now, unlike normally, I have not gone through the deck to look at it. I have just unwrapped it and taken everything out of the box. So we're going to kind of look at it together, and you're going to kind of get my first impressions. I'm sorry if I'm a little tilted because my tripod just went. So here's the book. Huge book. Great book. Has images. Right? Now this is by Maggie Stiefvater. I may not be pronouncing her name correctly, but Maggie has written several books. One of them is called Shiver. I don't have all my books unpacked, but I actually have a copy of Shiver. Great book. I'd probably style it a YA, new adult kind of, but it's a paranormal, really interesting concept. So you might look up her writing as well to check that out. This cracks me up. I have to read you this. Maggie Stiefvater's life decisions have revolved around her inability to be gainfully employed. And then it talks a little bit about what she does. And it says, Maggie now lives a surprisingly eccentric life in the middle of nowhere, Virginia, with her charmingly straight-laced husband, 2 kids, and neurotic dog. I love it. So let's take a look at some of the cards, shall we? We're going to do this together. So we'll look first at the Fool. A nice Fool. Dark, but it looks like sunrise. I like the outline, the silhouette, the leaping, or the arms outstretched. She talks about this deck being based on a tale she was writing that was based on some Welsh mythology. The Magician's very unusual. So all the tools are actually on his hands. You've got wands, swords, cups, and pentacles, and the infinity symbol is there too. Look at these. Do you see the tattoos, the infinity symbols right there? So an interesting choice. I'm not going to show you every card. I'm just going to kind of flip through and let's see. A lot of them don't show any person, and that's a really interesting concept for me. The Lovers is pretty. The Lovers is that 2 stags, horns locked. Interesting choice for the Lovers. I know that female deers can get, or female reindeer, I think. I don't know. Let me not make a fool out of myself right here in public. Strength again. Strength is interesting because it pretty much shows the Magician's hand clenched. So that's a nice touch. I like that. Hermit, Wheel of Fortune. I'm just flipping through, y'all. The Hanged Man is a raven. And that's a very interesting raven. I kind of like that a lot. Ooh, Death is gorgeous. Skull and a crown. Crowned? Crown. So that's very, very nice. I really like that imagery a lot. Let's see. The Tower, the Star. The Star leaves me wanting a little. There are things I like about it, but there are things I miss about it. I guess I'm kind of a traditionalist in that sense. But it's pretty, and I love the reflection quality. That's very well done. Of the top and bottom there. The Moon, interesting. Raven with the moon in its mouth. Look at the colors on that wing. Really, really pretty. Let's go see. The World is neat. What an interesting concept for the world. Crossroads. Possibilities. Country roads. Asphalt. Really like that. Now let's take a look at the Ace. Ace of Cups is a crow sitting in some water. Very nice. Very much about the beginning of things. Sorry, my husband keeps texting me, so I have to keep turning it off. Since we're in cups, let's look at the court cards of the cups, shall we? The page, interesting. We've got a nest with eggs in it. Very much about the new beginnings and the fresh start of the page. The knight just shows a feather. So there's a lot of interpretation you can take from that. Sometimes I see that feather as something you tie in your hair and maybe give away. I know that there's, bless me, I don't remember the tribe, but it's a man, I think, would take a feather from his hair and give it to the woman, and if she accepted his interest, she'd tie it in her hair. Queen of Cups, a lovely moon with a feather. And the King of Cups, the cup with the feather. Now that harkens back to many King of Cups you'll see holding a cup with a fish leaping out of it. So that's really a nice combination. Ace of Coins, good growth, plant. I love the sun up there as part of that energy. And the coins are very much plant-based, which is nice. I like that. It's an earth sign for me. Let's look at the 6. And look at those tattoos on the hand again, y'all. But that's reminiscence. 6 of coins is 6 of earth. And, oh, no, not reminiscence. I'm sorry, generosity. So somebody giving a gift. That's very pretty. Let's keep looking. Oh, I got to show you the page. A seedling. Perfect. Perfect. I'm hoping to edit this video down the road and install or put in pictures of scanned images so that you can see them a little clearer and without me doing this. Oh, we didn't look at the back, so let's look at our back. Not reversible, but you'll recognize that symbology from the Magician's hand. Ace of Swords. Looks like swords are hands. Reaching out, getting ready to start, getting ready to move on something. Oh, the 3 of Swords. Ouch! The swords driven through the clasped hands. And the 3 of Swords can be about betrayal and treachery and unhappiness. As I look through this deck, I really like it. I like the hands for swords because they grasp the sword. The 10 of Swords, which is the card of taking... Well, I'll just show it to you. Skeletal hand. Great, right? So instead of the stabbed all through the back card that we so often see with the 10 of Swords, we get the skeletal hand of what happens after. Page of Swords is just a feather, but look at the interesting thing. It's got the rune underneath. The emblem, the symbol there. So very interesting cards. Moving into Ace. Fire on Wand. So the spark, the beginning, the just starting the fire, because you can see all the stuff that's not burned yet there. Nicely done, Maggie. And I don't know who helped with this. I don't know if she did the artwork herself. I think that she did. Looking through... The 7 of Wands is nice. It's a card of protection, and it shows the hand protecting the flames from the rain. So very, very interesting. Oh, the 10 of Wands is gorgeous. I just love it. Look at that stag with the candelabra on its antlers, basically. So I hope you'll take a look at this deck. No unusual cards in terms of, the unknown card or anything of that nature. Pretty basic tarot deck. Some images for me kind of missed the mark. I'm looking to see if she also did the... Yeah, I believe she did the card art. Lisa Novak did the cover design. She's one of Llewellyn's great designers. And look at that. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous book. I'll be proud to show that up on my... what's that thing called? Bookshelf. and it's called Illuminating the Prophecy. So definitely a very nice book. I'm trying to see if we have, there are no additional, that I see offhand, no additional spreads. Sometimes there are. Oh, they're in the front. And just a 10-card reading and a 3-card reading and a single card reading. So pretty basic stuff on that. She does talk a little bit about the theme. She says she borrowed the curious and cunning Welsh ravens to symbolize our logical, conscious minds, and emphasized the traditional Fire of the Wands suit to represent creative force throughout the entire deck. So very, very nice. So she's an artist and an author and all these things. Definitely a Renaissance woman, Maggie. This deck is the Ravens Prophecy Tarot. It is from Llewellyn Publishing, published release date September the 8th, 2015. I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, and I hope you'll join me on my channel. I am running a current contest, so check out the Tarot Myths video to see what the contest is all about. Seek joy, y'all, and pass it on. And pass it